Hello, everybody. It's really awesome to be back here with you guys for the first official episode of my Minecraft series. Now, the last time you were all here, you all joined me for my pilot episode where I got to explain to you guys my story and what led me to content creation and wanting to play Minecraft for you all. Now, things are going to be a little bit different this time around. The first time I did things, I wrote a script out to really kind of clearly point out what I wanted to say. And, oh, I hear that. So I'm going to try to take him down in just a minute. Or actually, screw that. I need ender pearls. So 1 second. Let's see if I can get this guy. Come on. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, come on. Don't tell me he disappears. You want to show up on my area and then disappear as soon as you get... Oh, there we go. I thought I'd be able to see him better by going into that point of view, but it's really hard to attack him. Come on. Did I even get anything? Ah! Yep, no ender pearls. Okay. So, that was unexpected. So anyways, what I was saying is that the last time I played for you guys, I more or less ran off of a script, and I had everything planned out that I wanted to say, and I just pieced that over 3 different pieces of footage from past moments in my realm. And, yeah, it wasn't exactly a live video is what I was trying to say. And after talking to my sister and my friend, and I believe this is a point I brought up in my first video I did for you guys, I really want to be able to capture my live reactions to stuff like what you just saw happen right there. I was totally not expecting the Enderman to show up, and if I see moments like that, or if a creeper sneaks up behind me, or if I find any diamonds, or if I get into fights with any phantoms, I want to be able to capture those reactions live for you guys. Now, I'm sure... Well, I'm not actually sure. I'm debating back and forth if I'll go in after this is done and put in any extra recordings or any extra audio for any silent moments, but I'm hoping I can keep talking long enough for you guys that it's not going to be boring or quiet throughout the video. So I bet what you guys are kind of asking is, well, what are we going to do in the Realm video? So the Realm is just more or less like my main project. Like, this is what I do on my days off. This is what I do when I'm trying to relax after work, after a long, hard day. And right now I've been trying to work on an underground mining area, which is actually pretty far away from here. If any of you have been following me on my TikTok, you'll have noticed that the storage room down below, I finally finished the fish tank area on that, and since then I've been working on that underground mining area that I just mentioned previously. Now, this the original idea for this realm was my brother, my sister, my friend, and I. The 4 of us were originally getting together on this, and we were going to have a war with each other. We each have our own sections, our own areas, that we have a treaty going right now, and the whole point of this was to build up as high or as far as we could go before we unleashed all-out warfare on each other. And now this realm is about, I want to say, almost 5 or 6 years in the making. So more or less, we've kind of put aside the idea for war, and we've just tried to see how far can we actually grow our realm and see how much can we actually build. Back in the days of PlayStation 3, my brother and I used to play a lot, and my sister as well, and the issue was every time we built to a certain point, the map would start lagging out so terribly that we literally couldn't do anything without damn near crashing the game every time. So now that we have an online realm like this, I personally haven't noticed any lag or any issues or anything yet outside of, there was one time, I'll tell this story at some point later in the future if you guys want to hear it, but there was one time that I got teleported like 20,000 blocks away from home, and when I came back, I noticed weird distortions, like a couple paintings that I placed in my house over here had been gone. I had to go re-put paintings back up that I previously had, so that's really the only issue that I've seen in this game, and I looked it up before, and I guess it's not really an issue with, like, building too much or anything. Like, it flat out says if you travel, like, too far away, like, it can have an issue with, like, despawning paintings and stuff like that, so more or less I was able to figure that issue out. So today on the underground area that I was talking about, I'm just running around right now as I talk, but I'm about to get going now because it's day 3,333. We got some lucky angel numbers on our side. And we're about to go down this water elevator here, and I'm going to try to collect some supplies for what I think I want to do for the underground area. So I've done the mining area where you get dropped off at for the most part. I think I might have a couple finishing touches that I have to figure out at a later date once I get some ideas going. But for now, I'm really wanting to work on the fish tank area because this is actually something I've really come to enjoy with the games. Like, this is the one that I finished for my underground storage room. So you've got the down elevator and the up elevator, and then you got a nice little fish tank in the middle here. And I was able to catch a couple clownfish, and I've never seen this before, but I didn't realize they actually have the dory fish from Finding Nemo in here. So I've got a dory, and then I've got 2 clownfish. So I've got Nemo, and forgive me, I want to say the dad's name is Norman. I can't remember the dad's name off the top of my head. But anyways, let's go through now. We're going to put away all the stuff that we're not going to use here, and we're going to gather, I'm thinking I want to do like a bamboo kind of a theme for the fish tank, so I'm going to grab a lot of that to start out with, and then we'll get going and kind of play around. So what I do, like what I mean by play around, is I never really go into a build thinking of a concrete or a solid idea in my head. Like I usually go in and I kind of place a few blocks down, or I kind of do a couple random things to see how it looks, and then the more and more I get used to it, I kind of like add things, take away things, and I kind of play with it until it really comes out the way I'm looking at it. Like, I have some previously recorded footage I can show you guys in the future, like, as a perfect example, showcasing, like, my railroad room, which I call, like, the creeper convoy, because it has a bunch of creeper faces I put in the walls and everything like that. And when that room first started out, it was literally just stone and a couple, like, mossy creeper faces. But the more I kind of played around with it, I was realizing that if you're going to have mossy stone for the creeper faces, you need, like, to add more moss, or you need to add more texture to show why that moss is there. So I went through and added like puddles in the ground to almost like the water itself is what caused all that moss. Then I took some moss carpet and I laid that down on the flooring, and then I went through and added some vines and stuff like that throughout, just to really give it that extra kind of abandoned, like jungle-y kind of vibe. So that's kind of what I mean. Like it'll look like one way, like it's looked like for example, my storage room has looked like this for the longest time, but eventually I plan on going through and adding like support beams and like pillars going throughout, just to add some detail and texture throughout it. But enough talking about that. Let's start putting this stuff away like I was originally doing, and let's grab our bamboo. There we go. Let's see here. Sorry about that. Clearing the old throat there. I've been trying to collect as many glow ink sacks as possible too, because for my villager trading hall, I really want to do like glowing signs. Like I'm trying to do themes. Like I think purple is my theme for like armor enchantments. I think blue is what I'm using for like water enchantments and like that kind of stuff. Oop. I'm OCD as hell, so I really like my stuff to be like side by side with each other. We'll put the paintings together with the portraits, since those are kind of similar, you know what I mean? Alright, so we'll put our deep slate away, we'll put our sign away, and we'll get going. I'm not even sure where I picked this sign up from, to be honest. Deep slate. Ah, there we go. Deep slate's put up. Get my pickaxe out just in case I need that. Here you go, baby. Here you go. Alright, let's see here. We got our signs. There we go. Alright, I'm pretty sure I've got a decent amount of bamboo, but before I even collect it from the chest, let's just go up and collect or harvest and see how much of that gives us like a full inventory or not. At some point, this is driving my OCD nuts as well, because if you look at this, it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and etc., right? And I didn't notice until afterwards, but when you come over here, it's literally just 1, 2, 1, 2. So I didn't even realize I screwed up on that so badly until after it's done, and thankfully you don't notice it when it's like this. And shout out to anyone in the comments that can recognize what these are here below. Or, I mean, in the comments below, but these aren't exactly below. These are Minecraft Mario pipes. I originally just had just these entrances here for the waterfalls. Or not the waterfalls, the elevators. And my friend was talking to me saying how he's like, you know, with the fact you're going up and down like that, it kind of reminds me of Mario, like the pipes. And I'm like, okay, that would actually be kind of cool. And he's like, do you mind if I build them? And I'm like, shit, go right ahead. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. You are not blowing up my Mario pipes. Get out of here. And yeah, he tried to get me too. Coming at me from all sides here. Whew. Okay. I could have sworn I just heard a phantom. Ah! I knew you were there. Guys, I'm get out of here. I'm just trying to get supplies, man. And I'm on bedrock, so I've got like the ultimate skeletons of death here. Listen. I'm trying to do stuff for the viewers here, and you guys are stopping me, and this is going to get very, very annoying. Yeah, you stay up there. We got 2 of you now, okay? You gonna come down? I swear they don't come down if you look at them for some reason. Like, if you make eye contact with them... Oh, as I'm saying that. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, will that scare you guys away? This is gonna be you if you keep bugging me while I'm trying to do my video. Alright, as I was saying... Let us try to start getting some of this bamboo. I don't even want that piece of XP. You guys keep that. I don't know about you guys, but the sound of this breaking is so satisfying. Where's the creeper? I know that one's coming up shortly. No, you can't have that. That's mine. Well, you get out of here. Try to take my bamboo. I worked very hard for this. Even though not really. I just planted it down and walked away from it. But still, I waited long enough for it. Alright. I actually got this. This is actually part of that story where I got teleported like 20,000 blocks away. So I actually found this and brought it back home with me. I got a lot of supplies from that journey. Come on, get out of here. I love knockback. It sends them flying so far. Ooh, can't even hit that to save my life. Alright, there we go. There we go. How much we getting so far? Alright, we got a decent amount. We're going. Oh my god. I actually forgot about them for a minute. Alright, come on. Let's see what we got here. And the goal for that... Now, I didn't even realize, I just found out today that you can actually strip the bamboo blocks. So instead of having that green hue like these ones have, or that greenish lime color, you can make them yellow just like the bamboo plank. So I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if any of you guys knew about that. Because I've already got like a honey... Oh my god. We just stay away from me. But, oh, you got a conch shell. I'll take you. Did I get it? Yeah, thank you very much. Or a nautilus shell, not a conch shell. I'm thinking of SpongeBob over here. But there was one video I saw online. I gotta find credit for it somewhere. It's a video I saw on YouTube Shorts or something like that. But some guy had built like a sauna, and they put like campfires in there and like the beehives. And the beehives, I really like the way the wood looked on it. Like it looked like you could actually see nails hammered into it, like actual real plywood and stuff like that. And not necessarily like the wooden planks. Like if you know what I'm talking about over here with the wooden planks, you'll see that the black dots are just kind of sporadic, like. Or I guess they're not even black dots anymore. I guess I'm thinking of like old Minecraft. I guess they're like... Well, you interrupted me for the last time. But I guess they're like a wooden, or like a brownish, like a light brown. But you have like... Oh my goodness. Let's just eat real quick. But right here, you got like... I thought they were like nails, but you have like one tiny little brown dot here. You have one tiny brown dot there. One tiny brown dot there. And if you look at the beehives, like I'll show you over here before we get going to my base. But you'll actually see it's like a grayish or like a blackish. It's like an actual nail hammered into it. And it looks more like realistic to me, if you will. Like if you were building like an actual door frame, you would see like the nails hammered into it. So let's just come over here. See? Oh, I guess it's not really, I guess it's more of a light gray, but like right here you have like, so I guess it's not really, it's like a screw or a bolt, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and like right here you see the slit where the bees go inside, so I like putting them for door frames kind of like this, like sideways or backward looks really good, because you've got like the wooden beam going across, you got the wooden bars, and then I really like it's so silly and so like minuscule, but I really love just that tiny little bit of texture they put on it. So once we get to the underground base that I'm talking about, you'll see the door frames for it are made out of these beehive nests, right? Or these, I guess these are, this is an actual beehive, but I guess, or a bee nest. So this will be the beehive, or the honey hive, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is what I'll use for the doorway, just because I really enjoy the texture of it. This is my little bee aviary. I really loved having nature inside of the house, so this is my little setup that I did a couple of years ago. I caught these guys. This is also part of that story. Part of getting teleported so many thousands of blocks away. I came across some allies, and I brought them back home with me, and I was so paranoid about them, like, despawning or, like, teleporting away on me, so I've got them all leaded up so that way they can't leave me. And just in case they do ever despawn, I read online that if you use a name tag on animals and mobs, like, they shouldn't despawn. So you've got Dawn, and you've got Absol. And shout out to those that know the references behind those two. Alright, did I pick up all the bamboo, or did any of it despawn on me? Let's see here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. La-da-da-da-da. Okay, yeah, we got a couple pieces to grab still. The other video I'm looking to put out later on, I think I'm going to do like the one chunk layer challenge. That was that one that I mentioned in my pilot video that inspired me initially from a cookie god, and I really enjoyed watching him do that video. So I want to kind of do my own take on it and see how I fare in that challenge. Because this is more of a comforting video. Like, I know this map or this area so far, like the back of my hand. Like, I'm used to seeing all my builds and everything, and I'm used to having, like, a lot of really OP stuff at my disposal. Like, I've got mending on all of my tools and everything, and all my armor. I've got things like, you know, efficiency 5, I've got fortune 3, and, like, that kind of stuff. And it'd be kind of interesting starting back from scratch on a map and going from the beginning again, trying to find my way through things. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to bore you guys again by going through my inventory and re-putting stuff away. That's what these chests are for. At the end of my video later on, when I stop the recording, I'll go through and organize these into the proper chests later. But for now, let's just get straight to building. I think we've wasted enough time on our little prologue here. Now, I want to get better at editing and stuff later on, because I do see a lot of successful Minecraft YouTubers are really, really good at stuff, like when it comes to their editing and stuff, where, I guess what I'm trying to say is their videos are cut at a lot of different pieces, and it doesn't show them, like, for example, when they want to cut down, like, 50,000 trees, instead of having to watch them cut down 50,000 trees, like, they're able to speed up their videos, or they're able to skip their videos into parts where you don't have to watch all of that. So I really want to get better at using the software that I'm using to try to see if I can make some better quality videos for you guys. Before we... oh, didn't mean to do that. Before we head out, let's try to make some bamboo stuff. And this is what I was talking about. You can kind of see it's like a greenish hue here, and then I found out, like, right here it says you need to, like, I couldn't see it at first, but if you take your cursor over, it says a block of strip bamboo. Excuse me. Wanted to burp there and turn into a yawn. But you've got a strip bamboo, and I really like the yellowy texture, like, a lot more than, like, the greenish one, because that always kind of bugged me how everything is yellow, but then you have, like, the slightly greenish yellow one that's off. Like, I really like the different textures when they're similar. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I was wondering why it looked different. Okay. That did not turn into as much as I thought it would. But we'll see how many planks we can get out of it, at least. I do more or less want to kind of see what it looks like stripped, so let me see here. How about this? We'll take 50 of them, and we'll get those stripped down real quick. And then we'll take the rest of them, and we'll craft them into planks. So that way we have a little texture and a little variety as we go about. This is something, too, that I've gotten used to over the years. Like, back when I was a little kid and I played Minecraft, like, I strictly played creative mode. Like, I always found, I know this is blasphemy, but I always found survival mode to be boring just because it's weird. I was creative enough for the mode that was called creative mode, but I wasn't creative enough for the original, just regular game itself. Like, I couldn't figure out what to do once I built, like, my initial... oh, that's nice. Okay. That's satisfying. I like the way that looks after you strip it. See, like, it looks a lot better like the planks. Like, let me see here. Yeah, see, look at that. Look at that. That looks dope. What? So it kind of looks identical to the planks once you strip it. I didn't realize that, like, the planks itself, like, it literally just looks like a yellow version of it. Okay, so maybe we'll strip part of them and we'll keep part of them green. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. But... back when I was in survival mode, like, I would literally just simply build a house. I might build like a little food farm or something like that. And I think my last thing is I'd build like an animal farm for stuff like cows, sheep, and that kind of stuff. And then once I was done with that, like that was pretty much it. Like I lost ambition. I didn't really know like what else to do, and I just overall got bored with the game after that. But creative mode, that's where I would go through and I would build like my little villages. I would build like my towns. Like there's one map that I'm doing it again. Sorry, I just noticed I said light twice now. So there's one map that I used to have on my PlayStation 3 or my PlayStation 4 that I was obsessed with. That was the map that I worked on for the longest time. Now this map was everything that you could think of as a kid. Like I'm doing it again. I need to stop doing the like. Anyways, the town that I had when I was a kid, it had everything you can think of, from like City Hall, a hospital, it had a church, it had multiple houses for villagers to live out of, it had a food market, it had a library, it had a school, it had I think I already said a hospital. I think back before I deleted it, I was trying to make like a military compound or like a military complex, but that was the map that I like. That's the prime example I was talking about when I said how like old school Minecraft, our maps used to lag out like really, really badly. And that map, every single time I would sign on to it, it was just so frustrating. I would go to move like 5 blocks like this, just running around the room and everything, and it would just lag out so terribly that it wouldn't kick me off or anything like that, but it just made it where it just wasn't fun anymore. And I think you all can relate. Whenever something lags out really bad like that, it kind of gets to a point like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I getting on if I'm just going to keep getting frustrated with it? But shout out to Minecraft for upgrading their, I don't know if it's like, I don't even know what you'd call it, like like space capacity or realm space or whatever you'd want to put on it. But I have never in my life in the last like 5-6 years had any issues with lag or any kind of distortions or like any kind of like messed up like playing. Like it's always been smooth sailing for me. Yeah, we've got our supplies here. Let me just see if I can kind of texturize these before I go out. So, what is this? We got bamboo mosaic, and then we got bamboo planks. So, let's see. I think we'll go with some mosaic, you know what I mean? We can do that maybe for, like, the bottom layer or something to show some texturing. Alright. Now, I'm trying to think here, because I always do, like, this is kind of an example of what I'm talking about. I always do, like, a base layer, and then the wall, and then maybe I do a base layer up top. Obviously, here I didn't. I just did a base layer, and I did wall all the way up, but I'm thinking for the fish tank at the underground mining place, do I want to do, like, a base layer? Like, how does this look? Oop. Just gonna do, like, a little visual test here. That looks a little, Minecraft, what are you doing? What about side by side? I guess maybe for like the floor I could do that and the ceiling maybe, but I still kind of want to do something different for like the texture itself, you know what I mean? Like for the base layer. But what would kind of complement bamboo? Where's the zombie? Oh, the zombie, I'm wondering if it's coming from up there. I know there's like an empty pocket or somewhere up here. Should I do like old school wool? I do like the concrete looking. Yeah, I think we're going to do like maybe concrete for it. We're just going to see if orange would look good for it or we should do yellow. You know what, I'm going to take 2 stacks of each just to say screw it, just to see like how each of them will look, because it can't hurt, right? So to make concrete or concrete powder, we need some gravel and we need some sand. So I'm going to take 2 stacks of gravel, and then what do we got for sand over here? Do I even have sand? All right. And now we're just going to look up some concrete real quick. Okay, so we just need some orange and yellow dye. That's easily fixable real quick. Let's go over to our little nature vault here. And we're going to need some orange. And we're going to need some yellow. Or I guess to start out with, we'll just do 20 and 20. I was going to say grab some bone meal and we'll just spawn a bunch real quick, but I didn't even realize I've got about over 20 for each of these, so we'll do that. And I'm a little bit OCD, so let's just go ahead and make it even so we have a fair amount of supplies. We'll do 22 and 22. Alright, let's see here. Bam, bam. I am kind of jealous of PC players and how their mouse is like instant. Like, I do feel like I am sorry if this takes a while, like going over with the D-pad and like the joystick here, trying to get it fast for you guys. Want to make sure it's a little even here, so we got the same amount of supplies. So we got 64, 64, 64, 48. Okay, so hopefully that's enough to get us through. But let's get going. I know that's going to turn solid once I put that on water, but I just want to see like what looks better. Okay, yeah, so that looks kind of... I was wondering if that would look too dark, but I'm wondering like the orange kind of throws off the yellow too much, or if I do like yellow concrete with the yellow lines, I think that might look good together. Like this one, the dark and the light is a good contrast because you have like red and orange, but like orange and yellow, I think that's almost like too bright. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and put the concrete away for this one. And we got our winner. Just in case I need them, because it can never hurt, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of my better tools. Though I do want to know, where is my good axe at? Because I do have a better pickaxe than that. Or not a pickaxe, my bad. A better axe. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, I'm like, please don't tell me I got to go looking everywhere. Okay, so we got my axe, we got my shovel, just in case I got to get more sand. Make sure we got everything that we need here before we go traveling far away. Let's see. Yeah, I think we are pretty good. I didn't even realize I made 2 trapdoors, but we got that now. And let's get going. Now, I'm wondering if I can take a bucket and just dump water all over, because what I've been doing is I put concrete in the actual ocean itself and then mine it, but I'm going to take a couple buckets with me just in case I can just dump water over top of it and just do it that way. Where is... Oh, there it is. Resources and tools. We'll just take a couple buckets with us here. And then, before I leave, I'm just going to get rid of the orange stuff, because I'm not going to be using that. We already established that. And just in case I run out, we'll just go ahead and mine some sand while we're out there. And I'll go ahead and grab some... Oh, it's andesite. We don't want to do that. We want to grab... Where's my gravel at? Where did I see that at? Can't even read that from here. Okay, duh. There we go. My bad, my bad. I would be sitting closer to my TV to play, but I'm sitting at my computer right now recording the audio just to make it a little bit easier so that way I can capture these live moments for you guys. Alright, now we get to go on the railroad. So, any of you guys that have followed my TikTok, the last time I gave a tour of this base, all that you really saw was this railway here, which goes over to my friend's base, and then the other place that you saw was the railway over here, which leads to the Skeleton XP farm. Now, the one that I'm really proud of is the newest railway that I did, which is over, I want to say, 500 blocks long. And I know this because as I was writing on this, I actually unlocked the achievement on my Xbox. Wait. Sorry, I thought I heard a phantom. But I actually unlocked the achievement where I can't remember what it's called, but it's something along the lines of you have to travel 500 meters in one distance, or I think it's 500 meters in one distance. I'll have to look up the achievement and let you guys know like what it is specifically. We'll go inside before I get attacked here. So this is my friend's storage over here, or actually this is my storage. So you've got my storage over here and my friend's storage over here, just in case we get lazy, like we go on a mining expedition somewhere, or we bring back loot from the Skeleton XP farm and neither one of us really feel like taking it back to our bases or dropping it off. For now, we can just drop it in here until we actually get the ambition to take care of it. Even in Minecraft, you get lazy sometimes. So just like I described on my way over here, this is the one that leads over to my friend's base. This is the one that leads to the skeleton XP farm, and the one that we'll be taking right now to start our project today is... Oh, I don't know why I did that. There we go. The one that we'll be taking today is the one that goes to the new mining facility in the Spider XP farm. Now, this says Spider XP farm, but this actually hasn't been created just yet. I only wrote that down because I actually found 4 spider spawners side by side that I can show you guys before I start building this contraption. Or not contraption, but I guess, yeah, contraption would be like a spawner or something like that, but I guess the room that I'm going to build. It's going to be like an aquarium hallway that's going to be connecting like the creeper convoy with the animal farm that I'll have down below. Oh, you ain't getting me? Oh, well, I guess you did get me. Get out of here! It's always so satisfying. Say goodbye to the base. Goodbye, base. We'll be back later on. We may not make it back by the end of the video because, not to bore you guys too long, but I want to keep these about an hour long a piece. That way it gives you guys just enough content to watch, but I'm not dragging things out too long until I start building an audience more and I know, like, for sure what kind of content you guys want to see. I think later on what I'll be doing is, like, for those of you that put these videos on to fall asleep to and everything like that, I'll be stitching together almost compilations of sorts. But yeah, I'm just going to be doing that kind of stuff. Takes a long time to get there, but... Oh, we got another attacker, I see. We'll get our weapon ready. Oh, no you don't. Aha! So that village there, that is completely abandoned, if you noticed, which I don't know if you got to see it with me riding around and talking with my camera spinning around, but that used to be full of villagers, and I actually took every single villager out of there and railroad, like you might have seen that big dirt pathway that was floating. That was the very first railway that I ever constructed, and it was kind of a more or less half-assed one that I built that was just to get the villagers from point A to point B. So I took all the villagers out of that base, and I brought them over to my new base where the villager trading hall was at, so that way I can finally establish that, because every playthrough I've had since I was a kid, I have never had a villager trading hall, and that's something I've low-key, like, always been jealous of when I see other Minecraft YouTubers, like, damn, how do you guys do this? Like, how do you get a whole trading mansion of villagers that give you, like, mending books and all kinds of stuff? And this is one of my favorite, like... eye-catching moments. Like, I love the fact the railway is built over top of this huge mine shaft down below. Like, this is incredible to me. But that's the whole reason I built this mineway, because I know, like, me and my brother used to go mining here, and it's just a pain to run back and forth. You only get this much inventory to work with. That until you beat the end dragon, and admittedly, I have not been to the end yet. I have not even found the end portal in this realm yet, despite being on it for 5-6 years now. And so I don't have shulker boxes or anything cool like that. So I only get this much inventory to work with, and it's really a pain in the ass as soon as this fills up to run over 5 minutes away back to base to drop stuff off. So I I started building this secondary base so that way we can keep stuff here and not have to run back and forth so frequently. But here we are. This is, as you can see, I'm trying to get a lot better with my detailing and my texturing. You got some deep slate, you got some deep slate bricks, you got some chiseled deep slate, some polished deep slate, etc., etc. My one friend mentioned it looks a little bit better if you push these, like, off the rail. You'll have to let me know down below in the comments what you think. Part of my OCD wanted to keep them completely straight, like, lined up against the wall like that, but I do have to admit, I do like the random outlook, like how they're just kind of spread out like that. So, unless, like, you guys want me to keep them straight, I'll keep 2 of them straight like this, and I'll keep 2 of them pushed off to the side, and you guys can let me know down below in the comments, like, which one looks better, and I'll make them look according to what you guys want to do. But this is something I'm really proud of. I've got the mossy creeper face here with the shroom lights, and I'm not gonna lie, again, like, I'm all for opinions. I'm curious what you guys think down below, but I thought the lava faces looked really, really cool at first until I did the shroom lights, and I kind of think I like this more. The lava does look cool, but I feel like, for example, you can't really see that well from an angle. Like, I feel like the creeper face is kind of hidden unless you stand really far back like this, and then you can kind of see it if you jump up and down. Where the shroom lights, like, look how much that stands out and just how much that pops, like, right out of the screen. Like, I love that. Like, that looks so eye-catching to me. But anyways, I've got it a little bit detailed here. Got some grindstones in case you want to, like, repair and disenchant stuff. I got a stone cutter here. Like, I just kind of put random, like, blocks just for the hell of it, just so it wasn't all flower pots and, like, the glow beads here. Like, I kind of wanted to make it a little, or, like, the barrels. Like, I kind of wanted to make it a little lived in and textured. And this is what I was discussing earlier, where I put, like, the little water ponds and, like, or not ponds, but this is obviously not big enough to be a pond, but I have, like, little water puddles and stuff like that put out with various little moss carpets to kind of show why it's starting to look all decayed and mossy. One part that my friend told me that he really liked was this room here. I really like the fact, and he also told me he likes the fact that it kind of bleeds together. Like, you have the stone kind of texture that you have designed in here, and it kind of bleeds into the texture that I was going with the theme for my food crop farm in here, like with the tuff. So you have stone and various types of cobblestone type blocks, and then you have different types of tuff blocks that I like, that I put together for the farm over here. So going through, I've got my little bamboo plant that I've got set up here. I got my little flower pots. I love the azalea bush. Like, this is probably my absolute, like, until I get the plants that come from the sniffers, because I have seen online how detailed some of those are. Until I can get my hands on some of those personally, this is probably, like, my favorite plant in the game. Like, I just love how this looks. I also put, like, a little throne here so you can read, kind of pass the time in a nice kind of old Skyrim-y, like, decayed environment. Come in here, I put a little copper statue here, but my goal in the long run was I wanted to get a copper golem, so I actually have to take one of those out of my chest now that they finally hardened and, like, finally, what's the word I'm looking for? Rusted all the way through, and I can finally put my little copper golem up there instead of my armor set. So we come in here, I'll give you a little bit of a tour. Now, this is what I was talking about with the beehives. Like, does this not look nice? Like, I love the fact that you have, like, the nails, like, hammered in that actually look like you actually put in, like, not door frames. Like, it's a single door frame, but, like, door boards, I guess. Like, wooden boards. Like, it looks like you actually, like, hammered them in. You've got the little dark brown, like, support beam. You got the light brown actual, like, planks itself. And I just really love the way it looks with the bamboo. So, without further ado, you come in here. Now, I don't have any food just yet, animal-wise. Like, I'm not going to give it away just yet. But this is what was initially going to be where the animal pens are at. Like, I was going to build a room in here. Like, this right here, this hallway that you see, looked just like that at one point. Or, my bad. This looked just like that, I should say, at one point. It was all deep slate and stone, and I dug all of it out and detailed it out, and I dug this room out into what's known as the Creeper Convoy to get back to base. Now, eventually, I'm going to dig this out, and this is what's going to be like the animal pen or like the animal farm. So I'm thinking maybe for a design for this room, since this one I kind of went with a themed like Skyrim dungeon. You even got the stones on the floor and it looks all decayed and ancient. I think for this theme over here, I'm going to go for a more natural theme, and I'm going to put a little water walkway coming through, and I might put some grass in and put some flowers and that kind of stuff to almost make it look like a grassy valley. And then once you get into the animal room itself, I'm thinking about doing more or less like a nature theme. Like, I'm trying to debate whether or not I'll keep it animal pens, like an actual wooden theme, or the one thing... Oh, I just dropped my water bottle. The one thing I really like is, someone explained it as a matrix, if you will, where they put, like... I'm using lights again. So sorry. They did it like where it was like a matrix. They had grass on the ground. They had green concrete on the bottom part of the wall here. And then they had like blue concrete in the top part of the wall. And then they had bits of white concrete going out to look like clouds. And it almost tricked the animals, like, you think you're above ground, that you think you're above ground living in the nature, but you're not. You're actually underground in a fake nature created by me. It's like Neo's Matrix, except they can't escape. They're here forever. But yeah, this is where I get all my food. I tried to do a nice little detailed rooftop, but admittedly, I was kind of in a, not really hurry, but I couldn't really think of what to do, so I just kind of did a crisscross pattern, if you will. And we've got everything I can think of food-wise from a vegetarian point of view. Like, I don't have any animal food down here yet, but I've got my sweet berries. And I initially had the sweet berries going all the way across, but I learned the hard way, kicking my own ass, that if you have them all the way across, and if you have sweet berries that fall in the waterfall, like, let me see if any of them do here. Yeah, see, if any of them fall in the water, it was a really big pain in the ass stepping on these right here. That happened every single time I went in the waterfall. So I just said screw it, and I made 2 little entryway points here, so that way I could go in the waterfall, just in case I ever dropped any berries behind it. And then here, with the OCD, I kind of like going in a rainbow effect, so I've got red, orange, and then yellow, orange, and red. We've got everything you can think of, from beetroots to carrots to potatoes to wheat, and then I've got my pumpkins and my, I was going to say tomatoes, my pumpkins and my watermelons right here. So they kind of alternate, like they start out green and orange on this side, and then they alternate to orange and green on this side. And same thing, I've got some waterfalls going behind it to give me the water to get these growing. And then here, my friend actually taught me this, which is funny. My friend's only played Minecraft for about a year or 2 now, and I've been playing Minecraft since 2011, and I did not know you could, like, waterlog the leaves. I always put just water here, and I kept falling in the water hole, and then I was like, okay, I'll make it a little classy. Like, I'll put a trapdoor over it. Oh, I was just going to put a trapdoor down for example. Hold on. Let me see here. You know. God dang it. Okay, I'll put a trapdoor over it, but like this, I didn't like the fact you kept running over top of that, and it got to be a pain in the butt, especially when I was doing like my 1 block world, where I had multiple of these. I kept running up and down, up and down, up and down, where my friend told me, he's like, if you just put grass block down, it doesn't change the height at all, and you can just fill it with water. And I'm like, oh, and yeah, now running back and forth, everything's smooth. I think I just know. Wait. I mean, it's a slight difference, but it's not as bad as the trapdoor, you know what I mean? Where is the seed that I just picked up? Did it really not give me any seed? Hold up. Will I get it with Fortune 3? Okay, yeah, one's... Okay, hold on. I gotta get... Oh, there we go. I'm like, something's gotta give me 2 seeds. There we go. So now we'll come downstairs, or down the ladder, I should say. And it kind of leads you right into my cooking area. So we've got this little nice portrait setup. I've got my smoker, just in case I find any ores. And I kind of did a very basic setup, because I didn't initially think anybody was going to join me on this. My brother and I used to go mining down here together, but admittedly, my brother hasn't played on this server in a couple months now. So I kind of built this base with the idea in mind that it was just going to be for me. And then my friend started playing more recently again. So I have it now where I've got 2 beds for me and my bro whenever he gets on and plays with me. So I've got a campfire over here set up, just in case I want to cook any meats or anything like that, and I don't want to waste any kind of fuel, like any coal or any kind of charcoal or anything like that. And plus, just for the not lore aspect, I guess the roleplay aspect, I love the way it looks like when you actually get to like throw the food on the campfire and you get to sit next to it, and I just love that feeling. So yeah, you've got that. Eat a little slice of... Oh, I guess I'm not hungry yet, but I got a couple cakes here for decoration and for food, obviously. Got a couple bookshelves laid out. Nice little stone brick ceiling, or a tough brick ceiling, I should say. Got another portrait. And I let the dog sleep in my bed, so this is where I'll be sleeping at night. And this is my guard dog, Argos. Again, shout out if any of y'all know the reference behind that. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Alright, and this is where my friend sleeps at night. So I've got my bed and his bed. And I've got Argos here more as a guard dog, just in case anybody tries to attack or invade while we're gone. We got ourselves a nice little campfire, because neither one of us is usually relaxing at the same time. Either one of us is relaxing and my friend's out mining, or I'm out mining and building while usually I'm kind of a builder, he's more of the miner, so usually I'm out building and he's out mining, and neither one of us usually relaxes at the same time. So I kind of got a 1-person relax station here. You got a nice little place to take a seat down at. You got a nice little end table. You got some cake to relax with, and a nice little campfire to kind of just relax and enjoy the ambience, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or pat myself on the back here, but this room right here, I love it. It kind of gives me that vibe if you've ever, like, fallen asleep on YouTube to those Minecraft sleep videos where it's literally just a peaceful little setup like this, or... I do see a few rooms like this where they're actual like log cabin rooms, but the ones that I normally fall asleep to are the ponds or like the lush caves where you get to see the little axolotls like swimming around in the water. I don't know what it is about that, but it's just so peaceful. Hey, do not interrupt me. Here's another piece of steak. Yep. But I got my storage all set up for what I'll need while I'm down here. I've got all the food that I can think of for now. Brought some extra meat with me just in case. I got some armor, tools, and weapons. Got my stuff that I gotta take back home with me that I find down here, like any ores and supplies. I got my nature. I got my wood. I got my building and decorating and my crafting materials. We got different types of stone blocks. We got all of my assorted tufts. And we got some assorted, I guess, rocks, if you will. Like, I've got my gravels, I've got my andesites, my diorites, my granites, all that good stuff. We got all my deep slates, my cobble deep slates, and my assorted deep slates. You know what I mean? All the different types, all the good stuff here. We got our chiseled, our polished, our bricks, our tiles. We got it all, baby. We got it all. I do love this. Like, I'm really loving the idea of bringing nature. And again, this is a huge, not trying to glaze anyone here, but this is a huge shout out to a cookie god. Like, it's his videos that showed me, like, nature really brings out a lot in your builds. And I really started adding, which I know this probably doesn't look great from a professional builder standpoint. I just said screw it and kind of went ham with it and added a bunch of bushes all the way around the house. So it kind of looks like a big ass square now instead of something detailed. And these kind of got a little out of hand. Like, I put, like, one here, one there, and they kind of spread. But I kind of use these as, like, a vine farm, if you will, where I come get shears, and I collect these, and I put them throughout my base and everything like that. I put this in to kind of get some glow squids breeding or spawning, so that way I can get some glow ink sacs for my signs. But I'm really loving the grassy vibe down here and the nature aspect. Just the only thing I'm not crazy about is I guess I didn't realize this is set in the snowy biome or the spruce area, because I was really hoping I would get that that nice, like, mossy green, almost like, if you guys know the reference of, like, Kermit the Frog, like that Kermit green, if you will, that bright yet dark green, where this is more of a turquoise. Like, it kind of looks more similar to, like, the fully oxidized copper lanterns, or it looks almost more similar to diamond here. Like, look at that. It's almost like a bluish green. Like, it looks more similar to diamond than it does a green. You know what I mean? So I'm not really fond over that per se, but that's not too bad. I'll just throw some mossy carpet down here and there and give it some texture, and yeah, that'll liven it up a bit. The whole point of this video was to start working on the fish tank area, and I haven't even started that yet. I don't even know how long it's been. Yeah, right now we're at the 46 mark so far, so I guess we'll spend the next 15 minutes and we'll start working on what we talked about. Now, excuse me for a moment. I do just have to take a drink and wet my whistle because I really have bad cotton mouth right now. Like, I'm trying to talk and I cannot speak to save my life. There we go. Alright, so now that we're in here, I guess I never really even wetted the concrete yet, so I guess let's start by doing this, okay? As I put down the torches, I'm about to be dumb and leave the room. Let me go get some water real quick, so that way we can actually get some of this concrete concrete powder turned into actual solid concrete. Let's see here. Come on out. Grab some water from our endless water source here. Grab 2 buckets just to be safe. Alright, so we'll pop these babies up there. Bam, bam. And let's make sure we got some actual concrete powder in our inventory, which we do. Alright. No stranger danger here. We will shut and lock our doors, thank you. Alright. Now, let's get to work. Bum, 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 bum. I guess it probably would have been a better idea to put the torches on the wall, so that way the water doesn't blow them away, and I still get to keep a light environment, so that way any mobs don't spawn. Alright. I'm hoping to God this works. I'm dumb. I put the torches way too low there. There we go. And there we go. Alright, so we'll put some of this down. And let's see. There we... Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I did not expect that, to be fully honest with you. We already know this is going to be the fish tank area, so I can get rid of that sign now. So this just saved my ass a lot of time now. Before, I was literally going into the ocean and just like going down to the bottom of the, like, I'm not even joking. I would go down to the bottom of the ocean and I would just start building this, and then I would try to break it as fast as I can before my breathing ran out. I did not realize I could just dump a water bucket over that. So I'm dumb. That's awesome. And I completely overestimated how big this room was. This is not as big as I thought it would be, so I did not even need to make all this concrete. So at least we got some extra supplies now. Alright, so we'll go ahead and pop that out, get rid of our concrete, or concrete powder, I mean. And there we go. So this is what I was talking about now. So we've got our baseline, and now we'll do the bamboo planks. Oop, I just put the trapdoors there. We got our bamboo planks. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. And now this wall, the idea behind this is going to be all nothing but glass, and this is going to be a massive fish tank wall. So I guess we really only needed a line of concrete, and that was it. And here I am making a full stack and a half of concrete powder. So for the rooftop and the floor here, let's see here. I guess for the fish tank, we should do kind of like an outline just to be safe, if you will. Like, I'm trying to think of what I want to do. Trying to explain like what I want to do. I was going to do like a baseline, like one line of the concrete wall there and then 2 lines of glass, but I'm kind of wanting to do a full entire wall of glass. That way it's literally just a walled fish tank. Let's see here. How should we do this? If you guys have any ideas in the comments below about how you think this should look, or any ideas of how you think it should be designed, like, I am totally all up for ideas. Like, nothing is set in stone in this, and I'm up for changes at any time. This is kind of what I meant earlier by playing around with the ideas. Like, it can look one way to start out with, but when this is all said and done, this could be a completely different vibe for all we know. But let's at least get started with the floor so we can get something going before this video ends. We got some bamboo mosaic that we built. And then let's get going. So right now I'm going to do the bamboo planks for the wall, the yellow concrete for the border lines, and then I'm going to do the bamboo mosaic for the actual floor itself, just to give a little bit of texture so that way it all doesn't look the same. There we go. Oop, got rid of my pickaxe there. I keep calling it a pickaxe, it's just a regular axe. Alright, so we got our textured floor. Let's see what we got going for a ceiling here, shall we? Now, part of me doesn't know, does that look good, or would it look almost better to do it almost textured out a bit? Let me see here. Okay, I like that. Yeah, it's not a bad look. I'm just trying to see if it looks almost... Oh, I do... Actually, I kind of like that a lot. Hold on. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so if I alternate it like that, that actually looks kind of detailed. I do like that. Hold up. Alright, let me see here. So we got our 1, 2... Our 2 regulars, we got our 1, 2, 2 regulars, 1, 2, 2 regulars, 1, 2, 2 regulars, 1. Okay, yeah, I like that a lot. That looks actually really cool. See, this is it. This is the whole idea behind it. You just mess around back and forth until you get something cool going. Alright, so what's that say about the floor now? How should we do this? Because if that looked cool doing, like, alternating blocks like that, like, maybe, since this one we had only 2 to work with, maybe this one, let's see, put the sword away, that way I don't gotta keep swapping out. Maybe this one, we can do almost every other one, almost kind of like a tile floor, or like a diamond shape. Or I guess this isn't really a diamond. I'm just thinking of like those kitchen floors where they have like every other color. It's like white, black, white, black, white, black. Almost like those kitchen tile floors. Alright, let's see how this looks. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's not bad at all. So you got some stripes going on the floor this way. And now this one, let's see here. Yeah, I honestly think, unless you guys have any other suggestions how it should look, I kind of like how that looks down below. So I think we're going to keep that going. Though I think maybe we should do... Maybe for the rooftop, or for this, we'll do the yellow concrete for this, so that way you at least have like a stable foundation. Like it's, you know, you got like a concrete roof, so it's not like bamboo. Like I know bamboo is not going to get caved in on, like it's not that realistic, but you know what I mean. You got the yellow ceiling, you got the yellow border edge there, you got the yellow wall, yellow floor, and then this will all be glass. So now, we'll go ahead and just lay our torches back out on the floor where they were, so that way we don't have any mobs spawning. Those fucking sound effects, man. Those always get me. Alright. I try not to swear too much in my videos, just because in my day-to-day life, I drop the F-bomb like every other word, and I'm trying to work on that, because I know it makes them pretty annoying or unwatchable if you're just swearing every 5 seconds. Like, it's not, like... It's hard to give, like, proper, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, commentary if I'm just going, oh, shit, 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 like, every time. So, yeah, my bad. Anyways, this is where the glass wall is going to be, I think. So, I just got to figure out now how far do I want to go. Like, right now, this is exactly where the glass wall is going to be. I want to see how far the fish tank itself will go, but the one idea I was telling my friend about is, wait a second. Ooh, no. Does this mean I'm going to start accidentally cutting into... I was hoping I wasn't going to start cutting into the actual room itself. Hold on. Hold on here. This could go very good or very bad. I knew it! Wait, is it going to go away? Okay, hold up. So, as you can see, did not realize that leads right into my volcano waterfall. So, I've got to think something else here, guys. Dang, I did not realize that. So, I think instead of the whole entire wall, which, at least this is going to be some work for my OCD, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to do a full entire fish tank wall, and I think Fate's going to tell me, screw it, you're only allowed to do... See, I was going to say from all the way from here to here, but again, like, that just looks so off. So I think I might have to do, like, let me see here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Like that? Maybe I could do something like that for fish. So it's not crazy, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, does that cut into anything? Does the lava at least fall? Okay. Alright, so that is not going to work the way I thought it was. Okay, so you guys have been here to see a live timing of what works and what doesn't. So I've been thinking about this for weeks now, wanting to do a fish tank hallway, and unfortunately I just don't think that's going to work here. So I think we're just going to patch this up doing the same exact design. So we'll have a nice little bamboo walkway, and I think the next time we get on here, or maybe I'll work on this while I'm off, I'll add some torches, or I'll add a little bit of detailing going through, like, I don't know, maybe a chair or like a table with like a cake on it or something like that. Maybe a couple bookshelves or something, just to give it a little more homey or kind of cozy vibe or something like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that fish tank idea for the animal room, because if there's going to be animals in there anyways, you might as well put fish in there too, so that way it's extra lively, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think I'm just going to keep this a bamboo room. Let's see here, do I even have enough yet? Okay, yeah, I still got enough. So really quick, we're just going to go through. We are going to make some more concrete real quick. And let me see here. So since this time I started with the mosaic on this side, I think over on this side we're going to start with the actual regular bamboo itself. So we're just going to go bamboo, bamboo. And now if I'm correct, this should be the mosaic on this side. And yes, it is. So we did that correctly. Pop that up away from there. And bamboo mosaic. Oop. Go ahead and get rid of that real quick. Alright, we got some mosaic going through there. And let's see. And since we learned we can just dump water buckets on that, we'll just do just that. Alright. There we go. So I actually really like the way that looks. It sucks we didn't get to do our fish tank, but this does look kind of cozy. Like, I like the yellow kind of homey vibe it gives off. So we get torches down for now. So now that we've got the room itself done, or actually what I think I'm going to do is I want to make some like torch placeholder, or not torch, but lantern placeholders. Because I really don't like I'm really getting better, not better, but I'm really starting to want to do better with my texturing. So I think we're going to start putting like lantern placeholders up through here. That way it looks like they're actually popping out of the ceiling, if you will. But that just about wraps up our video. So yeah, that's about it for now. Before we wrap things up, I just want to say thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video and for hanging out with me here for a little while. If you enjoyed your time here, feel free to like this video or leave a comment down below, or even consider subscribing to get alerts whenever new episodes drop on this channel. It goes a really long way in getting me into the algorithm and helping get my videos out there to you all. Thank you so much. If you listen to this to fall asleep to, I hope you're sleeping peacefully, and if you watch this while you're relaxing with something to eat, I hope it was really dank, and I hope you had a great time. Take care, everyone. Until the next time, this is MELIORCRAFT signing off.